Hello, and welcome to the sixth quarterfinal of the sixth edition. Alphabetically, the first participant is someone who made his debut in the last general edition. Back here, all the way from UK, Aadar Malik.
Kaisa hai, Kumar? How are you? It's been so long. I've not seen Indian faces. I don't know. I'm happy or sad about that.
Talking of Indian faces, give it up for the man, the legend, who's been here not just from the first edition, but even before quizzing started, even before this YouTube channel started, even before my career started. It started all of this started because of him. Give it up for Rahul Surmanyan.
हेलो आदर तो यूके में ही है ना. नॉट सीन इंडियन फेसेस क्या है? साउथ बॉम्बे में थोड़ी है.
नहीं. Yes, that is true.
आदर looks like वो हॉस्पिटल के बेड में. Sorry, I shouldn't say it.
हॉस्पिटल के बेड में. Actually, मैं हॉस्पिटल बेड में हूँ. It's like एक हफ्ता. This is the first time I've slept for more than like 8 hours. So I'm very glad.
तू क्या करते हैं वहाँ पर?
I'm doing my master's degree. So वो लोग.
अरे इतना भी खराब नहीं था तेरा कॉमेडी. आदर.
Doing my master's. मैं decide कर दिया मैं lawyer बन रहा हूँ.
Awesome.
Some of with this episode of Random Live calling the next participant, again someone who's been with us right from the beginning, almost always wins most fun participant. Let's see if he loses to Rahul today, who is again another person who always wins most fun participant. Give it up for Saurav Mehta.
Woo! Hello, KV, thank you so much for making me part of this lowest IQ panel that you have. Pleasure to be here.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Okay. On that note, another quizzing constant right from the first edition. Another one of the most fun participants. Give it up for Sonali Thakkar.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hello.
Wow, I didn't know this was the roast of Aadar.
मेरे को नहीं फर्क पड़ता. मैं जाएगा अभी बकिंगहम पैलेस के आगे. तुम लोग जाना बैंड स्टैंड पे गई.
Oh my god.
Man.
Ooh. First question to Aadar. Gai Pajama is an Indian principality located between 100 and 200 kilometers north of Delhi. The ruler of Gai Pajama is the Maharaja of Gai Pajama. It has a royal palace, the Royal Palace of Gai Pajama. Many like to believe that the palace was modeled after the Ujjayanta Palace situated in Tripura. Now we are talking about a certain person. The person in question here was accused of smuggling opium and cocaine by police. And going forward, when he escaped from an asylum later on, he met the Maharaja of Gai Pajama. What followed was a lot of action and his journey to China. Okay. Who is this person? Who are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Your first question है.
हाँ ये एक question.
एक question. Good.
Accused of smuggling opium, and did he end up in Kazakhstan by the end?
He went to China after this.
Aadar 20 questions क्या खेल रहा है? Answer बोल.
I don't know, but if it's based on a book, and I've misread. I don't know. Shantaram, the book, the guy who what is it?
Not Shantaram. Going
Gregory Roberts. Okay.
Not Gregory David Roberts. Going to Rahul.
मुझे भी शांताराम बोलना था, but वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया गया रे और पता नहीं क्या किया उसने.
He married a
नहीं,
queen.
काजाकिस्तान में था.
The ruler of Gai Pajama is the Maharaja of Gai Pajama. This is a very important clue.
I really thought it was a fashion question.
देख जब रूलर महाराजा सब आते हैं ना, मैं ऐसे जोक्स रिस्की नहीं करता. Just say.
But these guys are figureheads now.
Who is this? Is this that Air India ka Maharaj?
Not Air India Maharaja. To Saurav.
He's dead.
Okay, we'd like to give you my favorite answer. Pass.
Not pass.
Keeping his dignity intact.
Yeah.
I would just like to take a wild guess. Yeah.
Wild.
Starting on a bang. Accused of smuggling opium and cocaine by the police. Year and all you won't tell us, or what?
No.
Okay. Cool. Could this guy be accused of like other things also? Or was it just... But he got convicted on these two things.
He He was also accused of not switching off the geyser.
So,
Can I say Charles Sobraj?
Not Charles Chopra.
Brilliant. Brilliant
Okay, we'll
guess.
start again with Aadar. Make it a 5-point question. So this is a
Wow.
comic series that we are talking about. Okay, this is a fictional character,
Oh,
and this is a comic series. So think, in what comics do you think someone would come to a place called Guy Pajama? They go to China and do a lot of action journey, वगैरह वगैरह.
Tintin.
Comic series.
Tintin.
Sorry, Aadar.
And Tintin.
Tintin. That is correct. 5 points there to Aadar. Tintin, or as they
Wow.
this is Tintin story where he comes to India, means the ruler of Guy Pajama. You can see on the left, that's the palace of Guy Pajama. China, and the whole thing happened. Adventures of Tintin. Okay, cool. Aadar gets 5 points, and I come to Rahul. Okay, many sources implied that Leonardo da Vinci and H.G. Wells in some way foresaw or invented it. However, what Leonardo drew in 15th century, human crew would not have enough power to move it over larger distance. The machines in Wells, H.G. Wells' 1903 short story, The Land Ironclads, and you can see the book on the right, book cover also. Those machines are a step closer than Leonardo da Vinci's versions, as some aspects of the story foresee the tactical use and impact. However, in 1916, Wells denied having invented them. H.G. Wells wrote, "Yet, let me state at once that I was not their prime originator. I took up an idea, manipulated it slightly, and handed it on." What is this invention? What are we talking about?
Are these the tanks?
Tanks, beautiful start. 10 points there to Rahul. It is, we're talking about tanks. Okay. We're talking about tanks, which some people say were invented by
Wow.
Da Vinci. That on the screen, on the screen, wrote, and then H.G. Wells, and then whatever.
Is this a Da Vinci ka painting, Abhi?
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
ये Da Vinci का version है. Rahul gets 10 points. Superb crack. We're talking about tanks. Okay, with that we come to Saurav. Saurav, a Guinness World Record of 2,865 simultaneous dash, okay, was set on 17th October 2010 in an event organized by Perfetti One Mel, their Philippines division, at the SM Mall of Asia complex in Manila in Philippines. This record was afterwards beaten in November 2014 by another event organized by Perfetti One Mel and Chupa Chups in Leon, Guanajuato in Mexico, where 4,334 dash were set off simultaneously. What are we talking about? Something that was first demonstrated on the Late Show with David Letterman in 1999. So something was first demonstrated to a wide audience in David Letterman's show in 1999. And then, in fact, 2010, they made a world record by 2,000, like almost 3,000 simultaneous dash. And then 4 years later, even that record was broken in Mexico with more than 4,000 simultaneous dash. And all these events were conducted by Perfetti One Mel. So what do you think? What are we talking about?
Okay, just 1 second. Okay, definitely bad guess, but alarms?
Not alarms. Going to Sonali.
pass.
Okay, Sonali passes. We go
Yes.
to Aadar.
Chupa Chups. Suddenly you just keep thinking lollipops for some reason. Sounds like fireworks.
Not fireworks. Going to Rahul.
Balloons?
Not balloons. Okay, we'll start again with Saurav. The hint for all four of you is think of a beverage and a mint and their combination.
Okay.
They put Mentos in Coke.
Yes, that is correct. 5 point there.
Wow.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
I have to go now,
Perfetti.
man.
Hmm.
Nice.
Diet
We're
Coke,
talking about Diet
Mentos.
Coke and okay, Perfetti One Mel they create.
That's a
Mentos and,
mad
yeah,
guess to go like
Yeah.
Mentos and Coke.
He said
Mentos
mint.
and Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
अरे
I
but
was
मैंने
thinking-
और राहुल ने हटा दिया ना उसका main problem. Firecrackers and balloons. So एक ही और चीज बची.
But mint
मुझे
का
लग-
firecrackers तो नहीं होता है.
अबे वो पहले था ना, वो मेरे को ग्लू के पहले बोला था.
मैं क्रोसिन और थम्स अप सोच रहा.
Okay, Saurav gets 5 points for
I'm so
Diet Coke
tempted to
and
try this.
Crossing thumbs up is a great combination. It's Salman Khan's dinner.
okay, going to Sonali now. Sonali, shown in the image is a 10-kilometer long defensive line made of square pyramidal reinforced concrete built during the Second World War. Okay, they can be found all over Switzerland, though more commonly in border areas. Their purpose was to stop tank invasions. Okay, now look at the image and tell me what do you think they are called, like commonly, colloquially, or sort of nickname for these. What are they called?
Clamping.
Stone tents? I
Not
don't know.
tents. Going to Aadar.
पहले तो मेरे को पता लगा ना स्विट्जरलैंड ये बना रहा है क्यों है, since World War II में they didn't do shit. I don't know why they're doing
Oh
this.
shit, can I? Oh, nothing.
नहीं आएगा वापस. Don't worry.
हाँ हाँ.
आएगा ये आने वाला है तेरे पास वापस.
Sad thing is मैंने इसका वीडियो देखा हुआ है. Wasn't this to stop Nazi Germany का ऐसा invasion? But anyway.
Yeah.
This is so cute, but
Yeah, that's why it's in Switzerland. No, अभी
Yeah.
अभी वहाँ पे tourist attraction है.
like we want to
You have to
stop
pay
you, but
100
not.
euros.
You can't ruin the aesthetic of the country.
Pedro इसी के साथ अपना टेनिस ऐसे practice करता है ऐसा.
I don't know, tank breakers. Tank breaker.
Going to Rahul.
मैं wild guess कर रहा हूँ. Were they called Toblerones?
Oh my god, I was just going to get that.
Nice.
What a great answer. These are called Toblerone lines.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
Wow.
Toblerone, Swiss chocolate, Swiss chocolate,
Man.
and Toblerone.
My faith in
Beautiful.
NBA has increased after this answer.
Yes.
Toblerone is correct. Rahul gets 10 points there. And the next question will come to Saurav. Saurav, we are coming back to India for this one. The oldest joint stock bank of the country, Allahabad Bank, was founded on April 24th, 1865 by a group of Europeans at Allahabad, then called Allahabad, now called Prayagraj. It was nationalized in 1969. Okay. The logo of the bank, which is there for you to see, the logo of the bank signifies something which is very sacred for the Hindu religion. Okay. What? Essentially, you see Allahabad Bank, you see its logo on the screen. Just tell me, what does the logo signify, which is also very sacred for in like Hinduism?
Is it a wild guess? But is it like reincarnation?
Nice.
Because it's a...
Nice, good guess. No, but not reincarnation.
Oh.
Going to Sonali.
मैं भी वही बोल रहा था.
Yeah, first of all, I would just like to clarify, it looks like a recycle sign also. But is it karma?
Not
Nice.
karma. Going to Aadar.
Okay. तो ही answer.
God,
Other as a
I think
Muslim,
is
you
it-
have to get it. Come on, buddy. Come
Yeah, is it something elemental?
No, not something elemental. Going to Rahul.
No.
Okay. Is it the Tridev, like Vishnu, Mahesh, and Brahma?
Good guess, but not 3 days. Okay, we'll again start with Saurav, make it a 5-point question. The hint is Allahabad, like it's something very local to Allahabad / Prayagraj. And then think,
Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan.
okay, so think, and Rahul was on good track with, like in some sense.
Oh,
Allahabad, think of religion and think what is so closely associated with Allahabad that their logo sort of signifies that.
Wow, Aadar knows it, I think.
No. I think I'm messing up the location. It's religious.
You're behaving like
it's
a
not
Uber
really.
driver, messing up the location.
राहुल का जवाब क्या था?
हाँ? मतलब? अच्छा पहले
हाँ.
ब्रांड मैनेजर.
I said राहुल का जवाब क्या था?
जवाब मेरे को लगा जॉब किया था.
नहीं, जवाब.
मैंने त्रिदेव बोला like.
Tridev, okay.
I don't know, just guessing. Is it related to Shiva?
No, going to Sonali.
Allahabad, right? It's specific to Allahabad. Obviously, it's the name after the bank.
Hmm.
Is it like some geographic element? Can I?
Yeah, in some sense, yes.
Kumbh Mela happens there or what? No. Does it happen there?
Yeah.
In Ladakh, where those two rivers meet, what is it called? Confluence.
Selfie point.
Kalfi Point.
Selfie point.
Selfie point.
Selfie point.
I doubt that's a sacred Hindu.
Is it like a confluence of something like that?
Nice.
बेटर आंसर दे दो मिल जाएगा
हाँ.
point.
Yeah. Is it a confluence of like rivers, like something like that?
Something like that. क्या बोलो ना.
Is it a confluence? I don't know. the name.
Commit.
I'm just guessing from the logo, like, because this is something like that I'd seen in Ladakh also, where the two rivers had confluence. I don't know what the names are.
Two rivers that confluenced.
I don't know what it's called.
The collab, guys. The collab.
Zanskar was
State
one.
partnership.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Sonali. I'll go to Aadar.
I don't know, yaar. यहाँ पे I'm just looking at like हवा का कुछ लग रहा है, but I doubt that that's.
Hawa ka, you said?
Yeah, maybe like that's why I initially assumed that it's something elemental, like a god of, I don't know. Vishnu is water, no? Vishnu is
No.
water.
I don't know. I don't think so. Hey, don't ask questions to us.
It is. Tridev was close, na? It's a union of three. I don't know what that would be. Like it's another union of three. How often does three appear again in Hinduism? Sorry. Pass it. Like now that I'm getting murdered. Doordarshan lag raha hai meko.
Aadar passes. We go to Rahul.
Is it the meeting of three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati?
Yes, that's the exact answer I was looking for. This is the reference to
तो सोनाली ने क्या किया?
confluence.
अच्छा संगम.
CA. Sonali ने CA किया.
But I said confluence.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
Ganga,
should get
Yamuna,
some
Saraswati.
points, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Sangam, as we know, is very sacred, and you can see the two rivers if you see in the image. One is Ganga and one is Yamuna.
इसलिए blue है ना वो rivers के वजह.
हाँ, you can see the difference.
Allahabad was a big guess, a big hint.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Sangam is the exact answer I was looking for, where the three most sacred rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, in a mythical form. You can't see her physically. They meet there. So, but Sonali was on, like, she was almost there. She said confluence of river. She also said Kumbh Mela, which actually happens right here. So I'm going to split points between Rahul and Sonali. So it was already a 5-point question, but I'll give 3 and 2. Okay, 3 to Rahul and 2 to Sonali. Okay, 2 to Sonali, 3 to Rahul. And next direct question will be to Saurav. Okay, Saurav, again geography. A lot of rivers run into X. Okay, 40% of the continental US, the entire landmass between the Appalachian and Rocky Mountains, covering 31 states, drain into X. Okay, 33 major rivers drain into X, the largest of which is the Mississippi River. Okay, just tell me, what are we talking about?
Just guessing Niagara Falls.
Not Niagara Falls. Sonali?
Atlantic Ocean.
Not the Atlantic Ocean. Aadar?
Bad guess.
I don't know. I'm confused between an ocean or like a Great Lake. But Pacific.
The Pacific Ocean. No. Going to Rahul?
Oh, okay.
No.
Rocky Mountains किस side है?
दादर से आगे से second right लेगा ना.
हाँ, वहाँ मैं देखा मैंने.
मेरे घर के सामने से दिखता है यार.
Rocky भाई रहता है. Is it at the Grand Canyon?
It's just Sylvester Stallone running across all the time.
मेरा answer Grand Canyon.
Not Grand Canyon. Okay, we'll take one more round.
Grand Canyon खाली है.
I know.
So yeah, thinking of like famous water body is good track. Let's start from
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Hmm.
Don't think ocean. So don't
Ocean, correct.
Antarctic, Pacific. Okay. Don't think. Secondly, Niagara. So I'll take the hint from there. Niagara is on one side. This is
Correct.
right the other side.
Oh, okay.
These rivers.
Canada से दूर.
These rivers are going south, like Mississippi and everything, and they are
Yeah.
then something which is always in news. It's again a water body, obviously, but not an ocean, not and in south of US. Okay, so basis this will take one more round, starting whenever Saurav is ready.
US का geography एक तो मुझे कोई
हाँ,
समझ में
dude.
नहीं आता.
Same.
I wish Tundra region. एक बार तो आंसर आ जाएगा. South.
Arabian Sea. बोल दे. बोल दे सर.
कैसा है? बोल.
Arabian Sea.
बोल के तो देखना सौरभ, एक बार बोल के देख, मस्त हो जाएगा. Try कर.
If you said it's not a ocean, don't think of it as an ocean, right?
Yeah.
Don't think of the ocean names, but stick with water bodies.
Don't think of it as an ocean.
And like south of US, south of continental US.
ये point है जब.
Sonali?
Is it a canal?
No, not canal or Panama Canal. Going to Aadar.
Lake Michigan.
Not Lake Michigan. Going to Rahul.
कुछ आइडिया नहीं है मुझे. एक सेकंड. मैं एलिमिनेशन से जाऊं तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा. माहिम क्रीक तो नहीं है.
नहीं गारंटी नहीं है.
पर एक बार बोल के तो देख राहुल.
नहीं साउथ
बोल के
में
देखना
कितना. एक मिनट यार. हवाई रिवर. नो आइडिया. को नहीं पता रे वरुण.
Okay, no problem. The answer is Gulf of Mexico.
Oh,
क्या?
यार.
Most of these rivers flow into Gulf of Mexico.
Man, ये दिमाग में ही नहीं आया, dude.
थोड़ा ऐसा हिंट देने का ना, ऐसा एक जगह जहाँ पर केरला से लोग जाते हैं मेक्सिको.
Cool.
He did say it's a lot in the news, so yeah, that was a good hint. In hindsight.
British oil spill, ये सब कुछ ना कुछ चलता रहता है Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
अच्छा वो ऐसा वाला न्यूज हमको, हमारे न्यूज में ये नहीं आता. हम रिपब्लिक टीवी देखते हैं.
Okay. So this was direct for Saurav. So we'll start again with Saurav.
Yes.
Saurav, a 69-member Brazilian contingent boarded the ship SS Itakis for the 1932 Olympics at Los Angeles. Okay. All over the world, many countries were in difficult position at that point of time. And if ingenuity had been an Olympic sport, Brazil would have got the gold there. The athletes had along with them 25 tons of coffee on the ship. What was the reason behind carrying 25 tons of coffee along with them? Essentially, we're talking about the Brazil contingent to 1932 Olympics. They are traveling in a ship from Brazil to LA. The world was in difficult position for so many reasons. And Brazil, like, their ingenuity was like really appreciated by everyone, especially because of this funda that we are talking about. Because the athletes were carrying around 25 tons of coffee with them on the ship. Why do you think they were carrying 25 tons of coffee? Yeah.
सौरभ, फर्स्ट लाइन में देख 69 है. 69.
हाँ मैं. पर केवी बोला वैसा वाला क्विज नहीं है. सेक्सुअल जोक्स नहीं करना.
जनरल क्विज है. जनरल
क्विज.
वो वाला क्विज कब है?
प्राइवेट होता है. Only for Patreon
होता है. हाँ.
Difficult position भी है.
Actually, we've given an idea. Yeah, they are only Patreon sex quiz hosted by Kumar Varun, guys.
ब्राजीलियन भी सोच.
Oh.
Ship भी है ship.
Shit.
सौरभ एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है.
एक तो
हाँ, जल्दी करो
ingenuity
यार.
का मतलब
Don't-
क्या है?
मतलब एकदम ही
Just,
नॉवल आइडिया, लाइक एकदम ही ब्रिलियंट नया.
Okay.
राहुल क्या रिक्वेस्ट है?
एक रिक्वेस्ट है, बिफोर यू गिव योर आंसर डोंट से जस्ट गेसिंग बिकॉज़ वी नो यू आर. ठीक है, जरूरत नहीं है हमेशा बोलने का.
केवी ये बुलिंग को तुम स्टॉप करवा सकते हो क्या?
Then the comedians को नहीं बुलाना चाहिए था. That's not going to happen, Saurav.
Okay, I will not just guess. I will just pass.
Just pass.
I'm just gonna guess.
that it's a laxative.
Oh, it's a laxative. No, going to Aadar.
Damn it.
Good guess, Sonali.
I think इतना क्या मतलब इतना क्या करने का उन लोगों को 25 टन थोड़ी चाहिए होता है लैक्सेटिव के लिए 1 टन काफी होता है
69 member है यार.
but 25 ton I think it's they had lack of funds and Brazilian coffee was high in demand, so they decided they could sell and actually
nice
get
answer.
sponsor their team.
I will give it to you.
Nice answer.
That is the answer I was looking for. They actually, since they were very poor, they had to fund their
Very
Olympics.
nice.
So they
Very
planned
nice.
to sell coffee throughout the journey to fund the trip to the Olympics. Okay, and that's why they
Very
were
nice.
carrying.
Very
Well done.
nice. Aadar.
Well
Very
done by
nice.
them in
Man.
1932.
So they could sell coffee.
इतना potty थोड़ी करना उन लोगों को 25
मुझे लगा C6 होते होंगे यार, मुझे क्या पता.
Very nice, but very nice answer. Aadar.
Very nice.
Yeah, super.
Too
Man.
Athletes plan to sell coffee throughout the journey to fund the trip to the Olympics. Okay, Rahul, I'm looking at a 2-word company or brand. Okay, 2-word brand name.
Arey, music.
Up until 1981, this company was named Sound of Music and was famous for selling high-fidelity stereo equipment. When a tornado hit one of its largest stores in Minnesota, the company set up a sale to get rid of its damaged stock in the store's parking lot. They promised the cheapest rates or dash on everything. So cheapest rates or synonym of that, a dash on everything, and made more money in 4 days than the store made in the whole month. Okay. What was the company renamed to? Okay. So the company was initially called Sound of Music, where they were selling stereo equipment, etc. Once there was a tornado, they started selling and they promised that we'll sell you things on cheapest rate or you'll get dash on everything. And they made a lot of money. So they changed the whole name of the company to this 2-word name. What was the company renamed?
You clarify
Best
fidelity
price.
studio equipment.
Sorry, Rahul.
Sorry.
Best price.
Sorry.
Best price. Okay, I'll get back to you, Saurav.
अरे ऐसे ही कुछ है ना. चेंज नहीं कर सकता ना अपने आंसर.
नहीं, बिल.
हाँ नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. सौरभ, just guess. अरे यार, थोड़ा सोच ले.
What is high fidelity?
Best Buy?
Best Buy, yes, that's correct.
Correct.
We're looking for Best Buy. Best Buy is the brand that I was looking for.
Thanks, Rahul. Always
Well,
my favorite comedian.
मेरे को उसका वो लोगो भी याद था.
Yeah.
Mm.
Best Buy. Best Buy 10.2.
I actually thought you said Best Buy. I misheard you. तो मेरे दिमाग से
नहीं,
Best
नहीं.
Buy मैंने निकाल दिया.
Best price is it. Okay. That brings us to the end of the first half. Quick look at the score. Aadar with 5 on Tintin or Tintin as they call it.
नहीं, मेरा एक और भी आंसर आया था ना, ब्राजील वाला.
हाँ, बोल. And 10 for sold coffee on the way to fund their Olympics. Aadar is on 15 right now. Rahul with 10 on tanks and 10 on Toblerone lines and 3 for Sangam of 3 Rivers is on 23 right now. Saurav with 10 on Best Buy and 5 for Diet Coke and Menthol Eruption is on 15 points. And Sonali with Confluence of Rivers in Sangam is on 2 points. Okay, 23, 15, 15, 2. Let's begin the second half. The second
Better
half
than my last time's performance.
9-8. Last time you got that Auschwitz.
Yes.
Okay, so last time से better नहीं है बोल रहा हूँ.
That was at the end of the quiz.
Yeah, अभी है ना पूरा half बचा है. We're starting with Sonali, Saurav, Rahul, Aadar. Okay, that will be the order. We'll start with Sonali now. Okay. In the year 1983, these 2 sites from India, so we're looking at 2 sites in India, were included in the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites and became 2 of the first 4 sites to achieve the feat, like 2 of the earliest sites from India to be a part of UNESCO World Heritage Sites ka list. And let's look at both of them individually. First one is a historical fort. So we're talking about a fort. It was the main residence of the emperors of the Mughal dynasty until 1638. After the first battle of Panipat in 1526, Babur stayed in this fort. In the palace of Ibrahim Lodi. He later built a Bauli here. So basically, first one is a fort associated with Mughals. In fact, it was residence of their emperors until 1638. Second one is a masterpiece of Buddhist religious art form from around 2nd century BCE. Okay, so and this site is a protected monument in the care of Archaeological Survey of India. So first one is a fort associated with Mughal. Second one is related to Buddhist religious art form. These are two sites in India, which are two of the earliest sites in the world to be a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Which are the two sites?
So the Buddhist caves, are they Ajanta, Ellora?
Yeah, beautiful answer. That is correct. It is Ajanta Caves. Okay.
And
Now
the fort, I want to say Red Fort.
Not the Red Fort. Going to Saurav now.
मैं भी रेड फोर्ट ही बोलने वाला था बट ओके और कौन सा फोर्ट मुझे पता है
एक कुलाबा के वहां है एक
हाँ.
It's
Antilla.
not just fort.
Antilla is not. What would you call? What would you classify it as? An archaeological structure? What would you classify Antilla?
do know
Okay, are you passing, Saurav?
yeah
Okay, going to Rahul.
I have no idea too. This is the Ajmer Fort.
Not Ajmer Fort. Going to Aadar.
I think the Jaisalmer Fort.
Not the Jaisalmer Fort. Okay, we'll take one more round. This is only for the fort. I like the track of a city name and a fort. Okay, so think a city name and a fort. And extra hint will be think. Do you guys need extra hint or do you want one
Yes,
round?
yes. No,
Think,
actually.
Always.
think mutual funds, think Oswal.
Think Uttar Pradesh. Okay, think UP and then we'll take one.
जरूरत नहीं. Okay. किसका है अभी chance?
Sonali.
Sonali
Think UP and then
City name and fort.
Then think whatever you want. Balloons, chocolate.
Yogi ji whatever
But first, yeah. First UP.
अभी वीडियो में आदर क्यों दिखाई दे रहा है मुझे? अभी सोनाली दिखाई देना चाहिए. वो सोच रही है. आदर तू कुछ बोल मत.
अरे मेरा thinking is as loud as words.
sorry.
I'm a loud thinker. I'm a loud thinker.
Agra Fort. I'm just going to.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
Agra Fort.
What?
yeah
Yeah.
Nice.
सही है.
Yes. तो तेरे को
Nice.
मिल तो गया ultimately.
Yes. Travel
Brilliant,
questions
brilliant.
for the win.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah. Agra Fort and Ajanta Caves. Ajanta Caves, as we all know, Buddhist. Agra Fort is where Mughal emperors lived until they moved to Delhi when
Guys,
Shah
I've never
built
got a
Shahjahanabad.
full question. Now this is the first time I think I've got like a 2-part question. I think I'm too happy.
Okay. So Sonali got 5 for Ajanta Caves and 2.5 for Agra Fort, but I'm going to round this off to 8. Okay. So 8 to Sonali for Agra Fort and Ajanta Caves. Okay. Going to Saurav now. Saurav, this is your direct. Kate Shepherd promoted this issue, so a particular issue, by organizing petitions and public meetings, by writing letters to the press and developing contacts with politicians. She was the editor of The White Ribbon, the first woman-operated newspaper in New Zealand. Through her skillful writing and persuasive public speaking, she successfully advocated for all. So we're still talking about that issue. She advocated for all. This work culminated in a petition with 30,000 signatures that was presented to Parliament, and the successful execution of their demand followed in 1893. So Kate Shepherd aggressively worked towards something, promoted her that issue with like contact with politicians, writing letters to press, running her own women-operated newspaper, and then signing petition, and finally achieved success in 1893. What first did her efforts result into? What did she achieve? Why is this whole thing so important?
This is New Zealand specific, no?
Huh. But it was like, it's important enough to be, Okay, so I'll just
Who is
give
this question for?
Saurav. So just because Rahul said it, I'll clarify for everyone. Yes, what she did was in New Zealand, but it was first in the world. Okay.
was it that lead to voting rights for both, like voting rights for women also?
Yes, I'll give it to you full 10 points. Yes, it is. She was campaigning to get women a right to vote. And in 1893, New Zealand became the first country in the world to establish women's voting rights. Okay, New Zealand became the first country to establish women's.
IQ काफी बढ़ गया ये ग्रुप का सडनली, पता नहीं
Oh man,
क्यों.
it's crazy.
बहुत
सोनाली ने जो
प्रोसेस ऑफ
inspire किया है ना.
एलिमिनेशन चल रहा है यहाँ पे बहुत. This is like
मैं तो सरप्राइज था, न्यूजीलैंड में 30,000 लोग हैं, एक 2-2 साइन कर रहे थे हर आदमी पक्का.
yeah.
Okay, cool, superb. 10 point there to Saurav, and I come to Rahul. So Rahul, X is an American band that has been active since 2001. Okay, some of their songs that they have released are titled "The Thing That Should Not Let It Be," okay, and "Justice for All My Loving." Okay, some of the name of the members are James Lenfield, Cliff McBurtney, Greg Hamilton. Okay, and on the right you see the band as well, so that visual is also a hint. What do you think is this band called? Okay, so just to clarify, to like, even if you don't listen to music as such, this is not a band that we'll know as such. Like, we don't listen to their music necessarily, we might have, but this is interesting. They're trying to do something, you know, and these are the hints that some of their songs are called "The Thing That Should Not Let It Be." Another song example in "And Justice for All My Loving." So song names, the way they look, the way the band members are named are all hints to what the band name would be.
Okay.
Yeah, आतिफ असलम नहीं है ना ये? I'm sure this is.
The Thing That Should Not.
Called the Band of Boys.
The song names are, titles are a hint.
Yeah. They are like proper hint. The Thing That Should Not Let It Be and Justice for All My Loving. These are just two examples.
The Misfits.
Not the Misfits. Going to Aadar.
No, I'm just going to go like "Justice for All." That is the band's name.
No, not Justice for All. Going to Sonali.
All My Loving.
गिर गया वापस गिर गया, IQ गिर गया ग्रुप का.
I had thought about this much before you said "Justice for All."
How low have we fallen?
Okay, going to Saurav. Not All My Loving. Saurav.
Just was this 2001 in America. George Bush Band?
No. So I'll give a
That's a
hint
great name.
to all of you. So the hint, like supposed hint that we're talking about, is basically everything that they do is a combination of two very famous bands. Okay, so The Thing That Should Not Let It Be is combination of songs from two different, and Justice for All, for example, is one band, and All My Loving is a different band. So they combined and made it and Justice for All My Loving. Even the band member's name, if you look closely, it's just fusion of two different bands, like Cliff McBurtney, Greg Hamilton, James Lenfield. Even what they wear and how they look like is a fusion again, like the way they're everything is a fusion of two bands. So their band name is also a fusion of two famous bands. Okay. It's a one-word answer. So just combine two bands and make one-word answer.
God.
Is it hyphenated, the word?
No.
आदर को दोनों बैंड पता चल गया ना.
We will start whenever Rahul is ready.
एक सेकंड ना. ऑडियंस जो दिख रही है, मुझे म्यूजिक का जीरो नॉलेज, unless it's Bollywood and coming from Adar's family.
तेरा बॉलीवुड नॉलेज बहुत ज्यादा है लेकिन.
Yeah, but quiz में पूछते ही नहीं है कोई क्या कर.
I think he did a Bollywood quiz.
मेरे को पता नहीं.
Metallicana. Okay, Aadar.
Dung Beetles.
Dumb Beetles. Okay.
Dung
Sonali.
Beetles.
Dung Beetles.
No.
Okay, Sonali.
So I think the two bands are Beatles and Metallica, and I think it's Beatallica.
Perfect answer. That's the answer I was looking
for.
Bitches!
I didn't respond to Rahul, or rather I was like, let me see if someone gives the exact answer, and Sonali did.
Yes.
The answer is Beatallica. Okay.
Nice.
उसने क्या किया? उसने हम दोनों का आंसर आधा आधा लेके
Yeah.
No, I saw the costume. I realized that it's
Costume.
And James
Yeah.
Hetfield is one of the band members of Metallica.
Yes.
And McCartney is that other guy. So I realized it's two guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well done.
Initially, I thought I'll give part points to Aadar and Rahul for Metallica.
No. She deserves. Sonali deserves.
Yeah,
He
but
deserves.
Sonali gave the exact answer, so no point going back to anyone. Sonali gets 5 points. for
सोनाली ना दो चीजों में ना सोनाली बहुत अच्छी है. अगर उसको 2 चीज पूछा तो उसको मिल जाता है.
Okay, Sonali gets 5 points for this. And now we come to Saurav for the next question. Saurav, suddenly since October 2007, Britain's pets at home domestic pet chain says that rat sales have surged 50%. Okay. When asked about it, the company spokesperson said, contrary to popular opinion, rats are actually one of the cleanest and least smelly pets you can own. They're incredibly responsive to learning and can be taught to do amazing tricks, much in the way that dogs and cats can. Even in the United States, they reported a surge in demand for pet rats during the summer, and pet groups in Germany and Sweden have also said that rat sales have surged following something. Okay. What was the reason behind this sudden increase in rat sales since 2000?
Was it because Stuart Little released around that time?
Not Stuart Little. Going to Rahul.
Ratatouille.
Beautiful crack. It is because Ratatouille came out.
Wow.
It came earlier. Release
I
of
was just hoping वो बोले नहीं Ratatouille.
Yeah. Release
There
of
was some
Ratatouille.
movie basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
मैं
Ratatouille
हैरी पॉटर बोलने वाला था.
and made rats really popular throughout Europe and US and everywhere. Next question to Aadar.
Yes.
Wow, you are getting a London question.
Oh.
Enjoy. In the
All
mid
right.
19th century,
All right, bro.
in the mid 19th century, there was a cholera outbreak in London. Okay, and a man named X, not the illegitimate son of Aadar, a different one, he made a map of cholera cases and was able to determine a specific public water pump that was to blame. Okay. After doing this, he still date gets a lot of credit for halting that spread of cholera, and of course for halting the spread of cholera ever since. Okay. What is this guy's name? Okay. Essentially, his biggest achievement and contribution to our life is that there was a cholera outbreak in London, and he made a map of cholera cases, and finally he was able to determine that there's one public water camp that is to be blamed for this, and that's how they solved that outbreak. And then he gets credit for not just halting that particular spread, but also realizing that cholera could, spread from
Water.
water and like contaminated water, etc. What do you think was this guy called?
आर्किमिडीज नहीं था ना, क्योंकि वो ऐसे कूद के देखा नहीं होगा उसने. अरे अपना नंगा भाग running in the streets. Cholera.
Call the man.
Cholera man. I don't know, yaar. The thing is, the amount of plague and cholera problems that I've studied in the last 1 month, it's all getting jumbled. But who's this guy?
You have been studying cholera and plague in the last one?
Yeah, because how it halted theater and how it would create problems for people performing on stage, how it could create problems for like Shakespeare and his and so 19th century का नहीं है, this is 15th and 16th century.
फिर तेरे को ये नहीं आता मतलब डूब मर.
हाँ.
ये तो आना चाहिए तेरे को फिर.
किसमें? पब्लिक वाटर पंप पे डूब मर. एक बाजू में महेश रहता है, वो उसने भी ढूंढा था बाजू वाले वाटर पंप पे. Illegitimate son of Aadar. Why is that mentioned? Why?
Not
Aadar. I'm pretty sure they named their children again Aadar. Ed Fleming. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Fleming.
Not Fleming. Going to Sonali.
X और Y दोनों होता तो वो बोल.
Sonali.
Sorry, I was on mute. So cholera was called after the guy cholera, right? So I'm just going to guess his name is cholera. I don't know his first name. I think his surname is cholera. That's my guess.
No, going to Saurav.
राहुल कोरेला बोल के देख. राहुल कोरेला बोल के देखना एक बार.
I don't know. George.
George. That's it.
George.
Just George.
Okay.
Just George.
Just the most British name I can think of.
James. John.
James.
Now George going to Rahul.
Collarald.
Okay, no, we'll take one more round starting with Aadar. So Aadar was right in terms of where to look for hint. The biggest hint in this question is not the illegitimate son of Aadar. So think of a famous book / TV show and tell me what is that common name that we might have heard over the last 10 years or so, where someone is an illegitimate son of Aadar. Okay. And this guy,
It's actually John. It's actually John on Rob, not the illegitimate son. You want the illegitimate or not the Rob or John?
So no, I want the illegitimate son from the show. And obviously this guy is not the illegitimate son because that guy is fictional. So just that character's name.
Jon Snow.
Yes, that is correct. 5 points.
Oh
there.
man.
Jon Snow. Okay. JOHN.
क्या यार मैं ऐसे मस्ती में बोलने वाला था ऐसे जॉन स्नो लाइक बोल देना चाहिए था उस टाइम 10 पॉइंट मिलता.
Jon Snow is the man behind.
Beautiful.
And yeah, cool. Everything
वो
else.
क्या निकाल रहा है लेकिन. I love the picture. It's just a pump that is releasing corona into the world.
Okay, Jon Snow, not the illegitimate son of Aadar, but a different level. Okay, from London, we now go to the world of sports. Okay, this will be Sonali's direct. This icon, like sporting icon, with his stupendous performance in 1972, had a perfect 7x7 in world records and gold medals. Okay. He says, and I quote, he said, when I went to the Olympics, I had every intention of shaving the mustache off, but I realized I was getting so many comments about it and everybody was talking about it. So I decided to keep it. The American, so we now know he's American, explained when he was asked whether a particular feature of him, like the mustache, prevented him from performing at his maximum potential. Which sporting icon are we talking about? Who is this sports icon?
I have
only time-
no idea.
कितना wind resistance हो सकता है मूछी से.
7 on 7. Wow.
John McEnroe.
John McEnroe. Yeah, 7 on 7. He won 7 gold medals and broke world records in all 7. Okay, Saurav.
Yeah, okay. I know the
I'm not
event
sure.
because
Yeah.
there's only one event. It's possible to win 7 medals.
नहीं. नहीं bro.
Like, otherwise, you have to be an epic. Okay.
Michael Johnson.
Not Michael Johnson. Going to Rahul.
Then Ben Johnson.
Not Ben Johnson. Going to Aadar.
Okay, now I think दूसरा option.
Thinking swimmers, but 1972 swimmers because that would actually cause a problem while swimming.
Senior Phelps.
Senior Phelps.
Phelps के पापा.
बहुत बकवास जोक है जो मैं तुम लोगों को बाद में बताऊं. No, pass. Can't think of. I don't like. It's bad. I shouldn't know swimmers. I'm pretty sure it's a swimmer.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take one more round. Make it a 5-point question. Yes, Aadar is right. We are talking about swimmer, legendary swimmer, probably the most well-known swimmer before Michael Phelps arrived. American swimmer, won a lot of medals, 7 medals. Famous for his mustache, like that's one of his iconic features. Okay, and his name initial is MS. Okay, so we'll take one round with that. MS, M for Mumbai, S for Sula.
Marks and Spencers.
I'm just gonna guess his name is Michael.
Not Michael. Going to
Michael Scott. No.
Good guess.
I think if we don't know the name, then कुछ
Yeah, मतलब just
कर ही
random
नहीं
guess
सकते.
ही है. हाँ. माइकल ना बोल दिया तो अब M से और क्या ही होगा? मार्टिन शॉर्ट.
Wow. The
Going to
lead,
Rahul.
like, I don't like. Nahi.
Going to Rahul.
Oh, Matthew Saunders.
No, going to Rahul.
Mahesh Shankaracharya.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, closing this, no stress. We are talking about Mark Spitz. Okay.
ये फोटो देखा है.
ये देख.
अच्छा लग रहा है लड़का. अच्छा लग रहा है.
उस टाइम गोल्ड भी अच्छा होता था. देख मेटल का डालते थे. ऐसा रिबन डाल के नहीं देते.
Mark Spitz.
Nice
Okay.
mustache.
Man.
Of course, वही देख रहे हैं हम लोग सब मुस्ताद.
हाँ, क्या मस्त
Yeah.
मूंछ है उसकी.
Yeah.
Mark Spitz. Okay, coming to Sonali now. Sonali,
Yeah.
we're talking about a Marvel villain and a hero. So I need
Hey, yaar.
Marvel villain X, who you can see on the right actually. A criminal, is a gangster, is a smuggler, is an arms dealer, and also credited to the supposed creation of the Avenger character Y, whose father he murdered with the help of a supervillain. According to a popular origin story, this led the Avenger into taking revenge. However, he was unable to defeat X for good. Tell me the Marvel villain and tell me the Avenger character, like the hero whose father he murdered. He got murdered. Okay.
This is so out of my domain.
Man.
Yeah.
If it's not from the Singham universe, I don't know anything.
Rohit Chetty universe.
Can we phone a friend Sahil Shah?
Yeah, that should also be a feature. Whoever can
I
get
know
to-
just by the picture I know where I've seen him, and if I say the movie's name, then you guys will probably know the guy. So that's why I'm
Don't
scared
tell
to say
ना.
the-
Like, don't tell.
No,
the
no,
name.
don't tell.
But मेरे को नाम नहीं पता. मेरे को विलन का नाम नहीं याद आ रहा है.
तो बोल दे.
God damn it.
Is a criminal gangster smuggler. arms dealer.
छोटा विलन है. He's not like some.
एक तो ये मार्वल कॉमिक्स में हर एक बहुत जन का माँ या बाप मरा है, इसकी वजह से वो लोग हीरो बने हैं.
Marvel and Disney. Most parental deaths happen in Marvel and Disney.
I'm just going to
And
guess.
any superhero,
with the-
whatever.
Yes,
I'm just
Sonali.
going to guess.
Sorry.
Mr.
Sorry.
X.
Mr. X.
Hmm.
Okay. Any guess on the hero also?
Oh.
And pass also.
Creation of the Avenger character. That Wolverine.
Not Wolverine, Mr. X. Going to Saurav.
I'm just trying to think of the Marvel people I know. Just one second.
You know them?
Dude, कोई तो ऐसा देखा तो होगा ही ना.
फोन लगा ना.
Okay,
Downey
villain,
को
I
पूछना.
don't even know if he's from the universe, but Magneto, if that's someone.
No.
Wow, you guys are so disappointed. I have been listening to y'all answer 17 previous questions.
Come on, Saurav.
And hero, I don't know, man. Sabhi ka to baap mar jata hai, dude. Whose father he murdered with the help of a supervillain. Captain America?
No. Going to Rahul.
No. Is the hero Iron Man?
No.
No?
Okay. Fine.
Any guess?
And
I
is
like वो
the
जो pause था एक second के लिए to give hope.
and is the villain radioactive Hook?
No. Going to Aadar.
Why is Black Panther?
That is correct. Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
अरे यार मेरे को याद क्यों नहीं आ रहा है ये. He's played by the guy who plays Gollum in the movie Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
अरे यार. Why can't I remember the character's name?
पता नहीं बुढ़ा हो गया इसलिए हमको क्या पता. Can't believe this is so disappointing. Aadar can't remember his name.
बहुत मेरे को गुस्सा आ रहा है because I know who he is. I saw the photo and I was like, I know this character. I can't remember the name.
Other just finish up pain, dude. Come on.
Killmonger नहीं. Sorry, sorry. All I get is why.
Okay, cool. So I'm giving points to Aadar for Black Panther. I like. Tell me if you guys agree. I don't see a point to give more hints on the villain taking one more round because.
नहीं, let's not.
So I'll give
Aadar
points
को.
to Aadar for Black
हाँ.
Panther and then close this. Okay. So the answer is, and Aadar will be the only one disappointed because he was in right track, no hand, played by Gollum. Ulysses Claw or just Claw.
अरे यार हाँ
Just
सुना ही
Claw.
नहीं है कभी ये.
And Black Panther. Of course, he comes in many Marvel movies as well. Claw and Black Panther. So I'm could have given 5, but I'm giving 6. Okay, 6 to Aadar in closing this question. 6 there to Aadar. Okay, which means the next direct will be to Sonali. Okay, Sonali, in 1944, Raphael Lemkin coined the term. So we're looking at a one-word answer, a term, as a combination of two ancient Greek words, one meaning race and other meaning killings. Okay, so you combine race and killing, and he coined this word. First time used in his book called Axis Rule in Occupied Europe in 1944. In the book, he described the implementation of Nazi policies in occupied Europe. So he used the word in that context. What term are we talking about? What word are we talking about?
Lofda.
Ancient Greek words. What are Greek words, man?
Alpha, beta, gamma.
Gamma, yeah.
Omicron.
Race.
Sitsipas.
If I guess one half of the word, you'll give me points.
If I'm like pretty sure if you can guess one half, you will guess the whole word.
I'm guessing race
अरे
means.
you're underestimating our dumb.
I'm guessing
You're
race
underestimating
means.
how dumb we are. Oh, sorry.
I'm guessing
Sorry,
race.
Sonali.
Oh God, are you serious?
Okay, sorry, Sonali.
Race means like Olympics.
No, not that.
Okay.
Okay, going to Saurav. Sorry, Sonali, in case you're guessing something else.
No, I think I'm done.
Okay, passing to Saurav.
Is it genocide?
Yes.
Yeah, well done.
Oh.
Ooh, wow, that was amazing.
Wow, no one has said that about genocide ever.
Yeah. No one has ever.
Genocide, genos is race, side is killing, infanticide, pesticide, fratricide. Genocide, that is correct. 10 points there to Saurav. Cool. Okay, that brings us to the end of the 6th quarterfinal. Let's take a look at the score. Aadar had 15 in the first half. He got 5 for Jon Snow, and he got 6 for Black Panther, Ulysses Claw Funda. So 11 more. Aadar ends on 26. Rahul had 23 in the first half. In the second half, he got the release of Ratatouille, 10 points. Rahul ends on 33. Saurav had 15, and in the second half, he got 10 points. One was New Zealand became the first country to establish women's voting rights, and he also got 10 for genocide. Look at the range. And Saurav ends on 15 plus 35, just 2 points ahead of Rahul.
Oh.
And so definitely performed better than the last quiz. She cracked Agra Fort, Ajanta Caves, and also Beatallica. So 13 plus 2, 15, which means the 2 people who qualify from this quarterfinal to semi-final are, first is the winner of this quarterfinal, which is Saurav Mehta.
Oh man, guys, just letting you know, this is then the lowest standards. I've never won. Okay, never come first. So this is just
we agree with
but
that.
But Saurav काफी great cracks. So
yeah,
बहुत अच्छा हाँ लेकिन
Coke Mentos was my favorite.
Not trying to be like as one of those patronizing things, but there were some amazing cracks in this quiz. Like the coffee wala, this Ajanta, I did dry run and everyone was like Ajanta में और hint add करना चाहिए. वो मेरे दोस्त तो उल्टा सोच रहे थे कि आगरा फोर्ट इजी है, अजंता डिफिकल्ट है, उसमें ये ऐड कर वो ऐड कर. अजंता was cracked so easily, and yeah, everything else also. Sorry, so Saurav won.
Toblerone भी अच्छा.
Toblerone तो बहुत सही था.
अरे यार, guys, it's over, guys.
Best Buy, and then Ratatouille.
Best price was the best.
Okay, so and the second person who qualifies from this quarterfinal is the first runner-up, Rahul Surman. But I just want to thank Aadar and Sonali for being part of QVizzing With The Comedians.
Thank you for having me, KV.
Cool. Thank you to Aadar. Thank you to Sonali. And I'll see Rahul and
Thank
Saurav.
you so much. Always
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you, buddy. See you.
Bye.